morning and welcome to BOTB HQ in Parsons Green, South West London. It's Monday the 12th of August and we're here to judge last week's Dream Car competition, which ran from the 5th to the 11th of August. Just before we start, huge congratulations once again to last week's winner, Raid Fakri, who won the stunning BMW M2 competition, plus £20,000 in cash. Congratulations to him. I'd now like to hand over to Leon Farr from Onside Law, who will be overseeing today's judging.
Good morning, my name is Leon Farr from Onside Law and I'll be overseeing the judging this morning. Firstly, I can confirm that the competition data has already been sent to the auditors Wilkins Kennedy. I would now like to introduce today's judges and ask them to pick a ball out of the hat to determine their seating position. First up today we have Mr. Peter Giorgio.
Morning. Morning, Peter. Morning, my name's Peter Giorgio. I'm an AFA football and futsal referee, mentor tutor.
Okay, Peter.
Number 6.
Next up we have Ari Mendonca.
Morning, Leon.
Morning, Ari.
Hi, my name is Ari Mendonca. Been involved with football for over 30 years, firstly as a player, now as a referee.
Okay, Ari.
2.
Next up is Mr. Gareth Deneen.
Morning, Leon.
Morning, Gareth.
Good morning, my name's Gareth Deneen. I'm a senior county referee and I used to appoint a lot of referees to various games. I have number 3.
Thank you, Gareth. Next up it's Hugh Gilroy.
Morning.
Morning, Hugh.
Hi, my name's Hugh Gilroy. I'm an active referee, tutor, mentor and observer. I have number 4.
Next up it's Mr. Kieran Fitzgibbon.
Morning, Leon.
Hi, Kieran.
Hi, my name's Kieran Fitzgibbon. I've played football for more than 30 years and now a referee and referee secretary.
There's 2 to go.
And I've got number 1.
And last but not least, Mr. Matt Cameron.
Hi, good morning, my name's Matt Cannon. I'm a senior county referee and footballer. This is my 45th football playing season.
That's
I
right,
have number 5.
Thanks, Matt. Okay, judges, please mark on the screen where you think the centre of the ball should be. I will ask you to do this individually for a few minutes before justifying your position. I'll then ask you all to come to a panel decision on the central screen. Okay, Hugh, yours is the red cross. If you could talk us through why you placed it there, please.
Yeah, red cross here, felt 2 players in shot. This player was just stooping, I felt, to maybe flick it on with the back of his head. I can see a lot of the whites in his eyes, so I felt he was looking quite steeply up. This player for me was just looking horizontal, judging by his neck and how much of his eye was closed, and where those 2 met, I placed it there.
Thanks, Hugh. Kieran, yours is the green cross just here. If you could talk us through your thinking.
Yes, I more or less agree with you. I think this player is looking almost directly upwards. He seems to be about to play the ball. He's got a furrowed brow and he's very much focused on the ball. The player in red is trying to get towards the ball but isn't ready to play it. But I took eye lines from both, so looking, red is looking just slightly above this player's head, and that's why I placed my green cross there.
Thanks, Kieran. Gareth, if you could talk us through why you placed the blue cross where you did, please.
Okay, player in the blue shirt I think is trying to get underneath the ball to head it. He's concentrating the ball. His eyes, I think he's looking quite sharply upwards. I agree with Hugh and with Kieran on this particular one. So his eye line is going sharply upwards. Taking the guy in the red shirt, he's looking across. I thought he's looking slightly lower than the other 2 guys, just said. So where taking those 2 lines, that's where I put my blue cross.
Thanks, Gareth. Matt, yours is the orange cross there.
Yeah, I think it's all been said. This player in blue, I think he's trying to play the ball. He's leaning towards the ball, looking up. I don't think he's looking personally as vertically up as 4 of my colleagues. I think he's looking a bit further in front of him. I think he's not turned his body. I think this player in red is looking across, and I've cross-referenced their eyes and put the central ball where my orange cross is.
Thanks, Matt. Peter, yours is the white cross furthest on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I agree with my colleagues. Guy in blue is favourite for the ball, just by looking at his body language and his head. Agree with Matt on this one. That I do believe it's coming into him and it's not as steep as these guys have put it. And again, I've also used the guy here in red as a guide across this area here, and where both eyes have met, that's where I put my cross there.
Thanks, Peter. Ari, yours is the purple cross right in the middle.
Yes, I felt that the player in blue is his favourite as well for this challenge. He's leaning towards the ball. He's looking slightly just above his head, slightly up, and I felt as well the player in red he got there late already, but he's looking towards this direction. I cross-referenced with both sidelines and decided to place it over there at the centre of the ball.
Thanks, Harry. Okay, judges, please now come to a panel decision on the central screen. For your reference, the larger white cross is the calculated average of the 6 individual selections.
Okay, guys, I think we're all in agreement that this player is looking across on a sort of quite a narrow plane. Those two lines taking all our choices. It's just how close it is to him and on the trajectory. But if it's in front of him, again, I've said this many times, that cluster of crosses is actually fairly close if the ball is coming into him at this point.
Yeah. He's slightly behind
Yep.
the player in red, and he's also sort of going to his left to try and get round the ball. But if we look at his eyes, get the magnifier on his eyes, I think he's looking a lot more steeply than you and Peter have put him on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, with that, I think the ball's actually coming into him. More not as steep, but it's slightly angle.
Coming into this, I'm in agreement with Peter, yeah.
Yeah, but we can only go from his eyes, can't we? The information we're given, and his eyes are looking a lot steeper.
Yeah.
But again, you have got that type of vision there. It's that one and that one. You've got the same. You've got the same here, which is very. You can't really pinpoint it.
Yeah, but he's looking slightly to his left. He's not looking forward. Or he's not looking horizontally directly in front of him. He's looking slightly to his left, and that would indicate to me, with those eye lines and an eye line, that the ball is to the left of the white cross.
I mean, I felt it was dropping into him and he was going to flick it on, but it depends how far, as you said, depends how far out you think it is, because it's not, you know, it's 3D, so it's actually in front of it.
Yeah, and he's turning slightly. I mean, he is coming in, his head's tilted this way.
So it's probably, I mean, it's not far off of the football's width.
Yeah.
On the spread of them, if you just put the
football goes over the average, yeah.
You're only talking about, in reality, a few centimetres.
So the average, you know, if you took the average now and say you took out Gareth and Peter, which is far enough away from the average, it doesn't actually shift that much.
Do me one favour, just take out yourself and Peter and see what happens to the cross there.
Go in the middle of the four.
Yeah. You see, that's where I think the...
But if we took out Hugh and yourself, it would go in the middle of the four of us, so, you know...
Yeah, I've got to say though, Gareth pointed out the eyes. If you look at the player in blue's eyes, I think they're looking almost vertically upwards.
Yeah, but I think it's looking in front of him, that's the thing, it's not...
Even so, it's still looking...
Still, yeah.
I mean, I don't think any of them are uncredible.
No, I don't think any of them are outrageous.
And I'm of the mind to say the same with Peter, I think it's a bit further in front of him. Because of the 3D look of it being coming into him.
But even then, you see, if it's the ball's in front of him, you say the ball's out here somewhere, again, he's looking upwards.
Yes.
He's looking upwards, he's not looking...
Yeah, but it's coming into
that direction.
Yeah, but he's still
it's
looking
ahead of
upwards.
him. Yeah,
Still looking upwards.
Yeah.
If you look at the body, his body's stooping.
Yeah,
He's not at the top of his jump.
No.
He's going to go underneath the ball.
If he was,
He's on the...
it may be...
I don't think he's jumping for that ball, he's leaning towards it. And his face is giving the impression that the ball's almost there.
I felt that he's just one step in front of the player red. He just decided to stretch himself to get to the ball quick, and he's not gonna give like any powerful header or something like that. He will just like a comfort, flick it and try to change direction probably.
If I draw that through there,
and then the other eye,
if
you go parallel as well.
If I go there like that, and then that's the ball.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this eye again, please, Matt. You see that he's looking fairly sharply upwards, I think. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but if you take the average and I put the ball over the top of the average, those 5 are encompassed in that. I think Peter's got a point if he thinks it is coming into him.
I think if everyone's happy with their spot, he needs to take the average. No one wants to come up.
Yeah, I think we have to keep the average.
Change the lines or anything.
So you still happy with that, Pete?
I'm happy with the average.
Yeah.
I still think it should be on the screen to go to the left.
Well, I think it should be to the right.
I can't see
that cancels us out.
Yeah, I can't see
As I said, if you look where the average is now, if you take out Peter and Gareth, who are the It's
my
moved
position,
slightly
so-
to, yeah.
Actually, probably is better this one.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
No.
Were you happy with being taken out?
With Peter, yeah, I'm happy when it moves to the
It's
left.
closer
No, I'm saying, are you happy with yourself being taken out with Peter? Because,
We're the two extremes, okay?
yeah, but you're not that extreme. I'm
I
saying
know,
that.
I know, but Peter and I have got the biggest variation. Okay,
Mhm.
I think it's a lot sharper. I think it is to the left. But however, there we go. That's my view. If you leave it there, fine. It can't go any further right as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, so
take the average with
take the average, everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think you should take
Kieran?
that.
I think we'll have to because we're not getting any agreement, we're not getting anybody giving ground on that, and so I can't see any other option. I agree with Gareth Milton to go any further right. I think the eye line from the player in delivery is more vertical. But
Yeah, okay.
I respect every opinion.
Well, does it look okay from behind?
Perfect.
Okay, judges, unless anyone's got anything else to add, then I will submit that those coordinates. Okay, so the coordinates selected today are 1995, that's 1995, 981, 981. Thank you, judges. These coordinates will now be passed to the auditors of the competition, Wilkins Kennedy, who will determine the winners. But for today, that concludes the judging process. Thank you, judges.